Join me in celebrating and congratulating the 2016 Jack Layton Progress Prize winner, Jill Piebiak, representing the Canadian menstruators.
Thank you so much, Olivia, for your kind words and, of course, being such an inspiration to women in Canadian politics. And thank you to Abad Khan and Megan Leslie, who nominated me. It's really incredible to be in this room with so many inspiring activists and organizers. And it's really incredible to be honored in the name of Jack Layton, who is a huge inspiration to many, many voters in my generation. I got involved in my first political campaign in Edmonton when it was just a little orange island, so this is just incredible. I also want to thank my dear friend, colleague, an inspiring activist and LGBTQ book editor, Kathleen Fraser, who helped me along the way through every step of this process. It's a true pleasure and honor to be known as the Canadian menstruator. Although try as I might, that nickname has not caught on. I am known as Tampon Jill. So, I started this campaign because I truly believe that menstruators and former menstruators in Canada are disadvantaged by legislation. The tax on menstruation products was a symbol of the laws that have been passed without consideration of all kinds of bodies and diverse people. Menstruation products are an essential part of public and productive life for people with their periods. The tax added to an unfair burden to women and trans communities, people who already struggle with income inequality, poverty, and homelessness at disproportionate rates. Though the removal of this tax might seem like small change to some, it was a huge win to people with their periods. It made it a little easier for those who had to struggle each day at the grocery store, deciding if they could afford to eat or decide to buy pads or tampons. We had over 24,000 views on our campaign video on YouTube, and I had the horrible task of having to monitor all the online comments that were coming in. Unlike the countless negative feedback our campaign got on news stories on social media, the YouTube comments never saw the light of day. My favorite comment, or one of the worst comments, was from a YouTube user named Deirdre. It was one of the less vulgar comments, and they said, "These feminists are so goddamn annoying." And damn straight we are, and we will continue to be. While I watched bawling and live tweeting as the NDP brought forward a motion on Opposition Motion Day, Canada got to hear all of the wonderful things that we, as annoying feminists, had accomplished. They were written, these kind words were written into the public record and will be remembered this way in history, not by the stream of negative comments on a Facebook post. The internet is not a safe place for women and trans communities. Social media trolling is pretty much out of control, but we flooded the internet and the media with our periods, standing up against discrimination, and our government listened. The convergence between political action, digital communities, and feminism is where my passion lies. And I will continue to work with progressive, inclusive campaigns using accessible digital tools that aim to make this country a more equitable place. We need to keep talking about our reality and challenging the institutions that seem unchallengeable. Like Nikki Ashton said in the House of Commons, when women take up space in this house, their house, our house, to talk about our bodies, our rights, and our reproductive health, we see the power of feminism in Parliament. So finally, I want to thank all the over 80,000 Canadians who signed the petition online and off, and who did actions in their own towns, especially running drives to collect menstruation products for people in need. They inspired me on a daily basis to keep going from behind my computer screen. And I urge all of you here at the summit, as well as all of those people that supported the campaign, to demand that our parliamentarians make room at the table for the many Canadians who are treated as inessential, to include us in political conversations, in legislation, and in our national identity, because we are essential.